munchies, welcome to the channel if you're new or if you're not. I'm Alyssia and I'm so glad you're here either way. Today we are making a homemade honey whole wheat bread. This is a sliceable bread that can be made at home using a stand mixer and very simple ingredients. It's just honey and whole wheat flour, obviously, as well as a packet of active dry yeast, softened butter, salt, and warm water. Homemade bread can be intimidating, but it might surprise you how simple this actually is. It is sliceable, soft, and delicious, and I am just so much more mindful with eating when I bring this kind of intention to it. I often eat bread without really appreciating all that goes into making it. So we're gonna start with the stand mixer. In the bowl of your stand mixer, add warm water and yeast and allow that to sit for about 5 minutes and just let the yeast bloom. Then you're gonna add honey, softened butter, whole wheat flour, and salt. Using the dough hook attachment of your stand mixer, beat the mixer for about 3 minutes until the dough cleanly pulls away from the sides of the bowl. If needed, you can add more flour to help, but I did not need it. Once mixed, loosely cover the bowl with a warm towel or plastic wrap and allow that to sit for about 20 minutes. Then you can either knead with your hands, but I actually kept it easy this time by letting the stand mixer with the dough hook attachment do the work. I just let it run for about 5 minutes on low speed. Then place your dough in a large greased bowl and cover again with plastic wrap. Allow to sit in a warm place until it rises, doubling in size. Whoa, I love that. Once risen, punch down the dough. I love how this feels. Then shape it into a loaf as best you can without kneading it or messing with it too much. I actually find I enjoy this process of making bread, how it feels in my hands, the smell, the final product, and it makes me so much more mindful when I'm actually eating it. Add that loaf to a sprayed loaf pan, cover once more with plastic wrap, and then allow to continue to rise until it doubles again in size. Remove the plastic wrap and transfer it to the oven to bake. Finally. So bread takes a long time, but it's not that it's a lot of work. A lot of it is waiting around for it to rise. Okay, if you are enjoying this video and want to see more recipes like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for new videos all the time. You'll want to let this loaf bake until it sounds hollow when tapped, around 30 to 45 minutes. Also, you can feel free to cover your loaf with foil after about 20 minutes to prevent your loaf from browning too much. Remove from the oven and cool completely before slicing. Look at that delicious bread. It is savory with a hint of sweetness from the honey. It can work as a sandwich bread, but I find it's better as thicker slices of toast. I love it with butter, with jam, or one of my favorites as avocado toast. I just want to share that I used to have a lot of rules around bread. I used to be pretty afraid of carbohydrates and gluten and sugar, and pretty much you name it, at some point I had a fear around it. I've talked about my fears that I've had around food and how I've healed my relationship with food. And as I've healed how I relate to food, which is my relationship with it, right? I find that I want to be more mindful of how I eat rather than what. And in fact, it's opened me up to enjoying all foods again rather than restricting myself to only allowing some. I love bread and I'm so glad that I've brought it back into my life. I also want to validate that wherever you are in your relationship with food is okay. It's allowed to be what it is. It's allowed to change. And the most important thing is that you feel you can be true to you, to your body, your heart, and your mind. Don't forget you can get this recipe and loads more at mindovermunch.com and linked in the description box as well. Let me know what your favorite way to prepare toast is. I actually have an old video of toast ideas if you want to check that out. And either way, thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time with a brand new episode. And remember, it's all a matter of mind over munch.